Hey guys, welcome to another video. So in this video, we'll be talking about lights displayed by an aircraft. And it is very important because a lot of questions as usual come from this particular section. So the first things first, I would like to kind of bring to your notice a concept of starboard and port, right? It is something that came from the shipping world or the marine world, basically, and that got taken into the aviation world as well. So starboard basically means the right side, and port means the left side. So if they ask what are the lights on the starboard, you should be able to answer. It means which is the light on the right side. And if they ask which are the lights on the port side, it means which are the lights on the left side. Now when it comes to aircrafts, they are saying that from sunrise to sunset to sunrise, or during any other period which may be prescribed by DGCA, all aircraft in flight shall display anti-collision lights intended to attract attention to the aircraft, and navigation lights intended to indicate the relative path of the aircraft to an observer, and other lights shall not be displayed if they are likely to be mistaken for these lights. So they're talking about, so there are 3 points that we take away from here. So they're saying sunset to sunrise, which means at night. So they're only talking about night right now. So sunset to sunrise, two sets of lights has to be displayed. One is anti-collision lights, and one is and the second is navigation lights. Navigation lights are two lights, one on the right and one on the left. Right side is generally green, left side is generally red, right? So an anti-collision can be white or red, and generally it is red. It is like a flashing red light. Okay. So two kinds of lights, anti-collision lights and position lights at night, is important. And they're also saying that no other lights shall be displayed on the aircraft. You cannot put Christmas lights on the aircraft, and that will confuse other aircrafts and other observers regarding which lights these are, right? Lights fitted for other purpose, such as landing lights and airframe floodlights, may be used in addition to the anti-collision lights specified in the Airworthiness Technical Manual, Doc 9051, to enhance aircraft conspicuity. So, Doc 9051 also talk about all the lights that need to be shown on the aircraft. So, Doc 9051, remember this, it talks about aircraft lights. It's also saying from sunset to sunrise or during any other period prescribed by DGCA, all aircraft moving on the movement area of an aerodrome shall display navigation lights intended to indicate the relative path of the aircraft to an observer, and other lights shall not be displayed if they are likely to be mistaken for these lights. So it's a repeat of the previous, and they're saying that generally, so just think about it. An aircraft is moving, and you see, as an observer, you see red light, right? If you see red light, you know that it's the left side of the aircraft, right? And if you see a green light, you know that it's the right side of the aircraft, right? So it basically is telling the position of the aircraft also, right? So sometimes it's also called as position lights too. Unless stationary and otherwise adequately illuminated, all aircraft on the movement area of an aerodrome shall display lights intended to indicate the extremities of their structure. So, generally, what happens is aircrafts are lighted really well to show the dimensions of the aircraft, so that whenever other aircraft can see another aircraft, for example, they know the size of the aircraft, and that prevents collision. All aircraft operating on the movement area of an aerodrome shall display lights intended to attract attention to the aircraft. So that is your anti-collision lights, and all these lights will always attract attention to the aircraft and prevent collision. All aircraft on the movement area of an aerodrome whose engines are running shall display lights which indicate that fight. No, that fact. So basically, in if you summarize everything, there should be anti-collision lights, there should be position lights, uh, starboard, port. Starboard is green, port is red, And all this is to attract attention to the aircraft and prevent collision, right? It is as simple as that. This is the simplest thing you can learn, basically. The lights. Happy landings, guys. Cheers.